Okay, now class 9 linear equation in two variables, exercise 9.4, question number 3. Let's read the question here. There are two examination rooms, room 1 and room 2, R1 and R2. So we are having two rooms, that is room 1 and room 2, and if 10 students are sent from room 1 to room 2, if I call out 10 students from room 1 and I send them to room 2, that means that the number of students in each room is the same. That means that if I take out 10 students from room 1 and send them to room 2, that means that the number of students in that room 1 and room 2 will be equal. Okay, keep that in mind. And the second part of the question is, if 20 students are sent from room 2 to room 1, but if I take 20 students from room 2 and let them sit to room 1, if I count them, room 1 is double the number of students in room 2. So that means that if I take out 20 students from room 2 and send them to room 1, that means that room 1 will be double. Okay, will be double room 2. If there is 10 students in room 2, that means that there will be 20. Okay, so find the number of students in each room. So we have to find the students in room 1 and room 2. By looking at the question, we clearly know that we have more students in equation in room 1 than room 2. Okay, so before we do the calculation, we have to write it this way. Solution: let the number of students in room 1 be x. Okay, be x. So we will use x as the number of students in room 1, and the number of students in room 2 be y. So looking at the question says, if 10 students are sent from room 1, that means that if 10 students here, the number of students in room 1 is x, so I will take out 10 students. That means that I have to minus 10 from here, then it will be equal to y. That means that if I send 10 students out, y will be 10 more. I hope you understand this. X ka student amza tamita, student amza tatanga somi lak so chun somin and claim don. Y ve thung ka somin ibel ta ka bagin somin and pung tani. Chuan azat ichira an lawin chi chi ta atin from the equation. So we will arrange this equation. X minus y is equal to 10 minus 10 is plus 10, which is x minus y is equal to 20. Okay, so this is our first equation. So we will look at the next equation and we will try to figure out the next equation. What the question? The question say, if 20 students are sent from room 1 to if 20 students are sent from room 2 to room 1, that means that R1, that is x, will be, there will be 20 more students, then R2 will be 20 students less. That means that if I send 20 students from room 2 to room 1, that means that room 1 will be 20 more, then room 2 will be 20 less. Then what happens is they are not equal. Okay, here I wrote it as equal, but the question says R1 is double the number of students in R2. That means that R1 will be equal to 2 times the number of students in room 2. Room 2 let in so means that room 2 akan 2 multiply chi akan ai thuk tinani. So if we do the calculation here, x plus 20 is equal to 2y minus 40. 2 into y is 2y, 2 into negative 20 is negative 40. Then x minus 2y is equal to minus 40 plus 20 will be minus 20. So x minus 2y is equal to minus 60. This will be our equation 2. So looking at equation 1 and 2, we have x on both equation and positive, both are positive. That means I have to use subtraction. Okay, very good. So subtracting equation 2 from 1 we get. Okay, let's see this. Equation 1 we have x minus y equal to 20, and equation 2 we have x minus 2y equal to minus 60. As we use subtracting, the second part of the equation will change its sign. So what do we have here? X minus x is 0, cancel each other. Then minus y plus 2y is y. Then 60 plus 20 is 80. As we can see from here, y indicates room 2. That means that we have 80 students in room 2. Now we can find out how many students are there in room 1. So substituting y equal to 80 in equation 1 we get. Okay, so we need to substitute the value of y in equation 1, because equation 1 is much simpler. X minus y is equal to 20. So let's look at here. X minus y is 80 equal to 20. So if I move minus 80 to the right hand side, plus 80, that means that the number of students in room 1 are 100 students. Okay, so therefore number of students in room 1 are 100 and room 2 are 80. 100 students and 80 students. Okay, so it's very simple. First of all, you have to be very clear with the question. Okay, if you don't understand the question, that means that it is impossible to solve this type of question. So what problems are very tricky, all you have to do is try to understand the question and try to find and try to get the idea of making an equation from the word problems. Okay, so it is very important, and some students find it very difficult, but it is very easy. Okay, very simple. All you have to do is practice. Okay, so if you practice, then you will understand it. If you understand it, then you will learn it. If you learn it, then you will never forget about it. Okay, you will never forget it. So you'll be very good in mathematics. So you have to train your brain. Okay, don't waste your time doing something which is not important for you. So prepare your brain for your future. Okay, that's all for question number 3.